What's up? We got a sketchbook tour today. This is my most recent finished sketchbook. It went from March to May. It's a pretty small sketchbook, it's a Moleskine. So first page, we got Kermit and watercolor down here. Got some ODST guys. You'll see throughout the sketchbook I got like these characters and little like areas. Here, like for example, it's not big enough to draw anything, so I just put them in there to fill the space. Here's the same thing. So we got some life drawings down here, some watercolor. I used a lot of ballpoint pen in the beginning, and then I switched over to marker and ink. We got some crested geckos. I don't know why I drew a bunch of these crested geckos, but here's a little comic. These I don't really thumbnail or anything. I just do panels one by one, and then whatever it comes out to, it comes out to. Or maybe like I would draw this as I'm drawing this page. So just in between poses, I draw a panel or something. Here's another comic. This one's a little more like content filled in terms of like the writing. I guess I didn't have enough space here. Like this guy was already drawn, so I put it down here. And I think I also got an animal anatomy book, so that's why I got like a bunch of skeletons drawn. We got some penguin guys, some more figures. Here's my first self-portrait, did it in ballpoint pen. I guess I had like a really nerdy haircut at the time, so that's why it looks like that. My head's really, like, where's my forehead? I don't know. Anyways, some little quick washes down here. Here we got Megalon on top of this scroll. Here's a little sticker my friend made or she just made it. Here's the study of Elisa Ivanova. Here's a self-portrait. I look like kind of like an 8th grader here. I don't know. Like I made myself like way too gray. Like there's not really any contrast here. And then here I have Gigan from Godzilla. I think I was doing a Gigan digital, like a pixel art drawing at the time. So I was trying to draw him, I guess. Here's more at least even though like the monkeys. I thought it was cool she made like the eyes look like that. That's the thumbnail for the pixel art drawing. Here's some fighter jets. I like vehicles a lot, but when I first started drawing, I guess I wasn't good enough to make, when you first start drawing, like it's tough to make like straight lines and stuff. But we got another self-portrait. This one's in ballpoint also. Here's a little Kim Jong-gi study I tried to do, like this perspective thing, but it didn't really come out too hot. Not really much to see here. Some of these pages are a little sloppy, but we got some pilot parallel work. If you don't know what the pilot parallel, it's this pen over here. Jim Mahfood and Ashley Wood uses this a lot, if you know who they are. It's really good, but I mean, maybe it's just me that I like drawing with the markers, but it's kind of high maintenance. Like the ink doesn't always come out the way you want it. For me at least. Maybe it's the ink I'm using. We got some more Gigan stuff, another self-portrait. I think this is the last one that comes out in ballpoint. And here's our first marker self-portrait. I think the markers are way more efficient, at least for the self-portraits, because it takes forever to shade with the ballpoint. Like, yeah, you can make however dark of a line you want, but you have to go over it so many times. With the marker, you can kind of just like cover a big area really quickly. Got some hands, another self-portrait. I don't think yellow is the right color to do this in, but I don't know why I drew Boba Fett here. And here's another example of the filler. He's just saying stuff. He's saying, fun fact that Boba is short for bombastic, and there's like some other stuff. And here are like some plushies somebody sent me, so I just drew them. Another self-portrait. I think this one came out good compared to my recent ones in the sketchbook. I think this is the best comic, another comic here. I guess like the punchline is that phase 1 was this box guy bringing this guy like tacos at his door. Like I don't know. Some more pilot parallel. A little messy here, but got another marker self-portrait. There's an LMG light machine gun with the pilot parallel. I think it came out fine. Another Megalon drawing. Here's probably the best drawing of Megalon in the sketchbook. It's just his face and his feet, his two best features in my opinion. So portrait. I guess like I really wanted to go to sleep or something, so I just drew this up here. Here we got another self-portrait. We got Invader Zim. I drew this guy with the manga pen, like the manga nib. It's like this thing right here. So you just dip it in ink and you draw with it. It makes really clean lines, but you're gonna need like another tool to fill in blocks and stuff. We got some Katamari. We drew Katamari up here. I like the way her face came out, like the eyes and stuff. Next page, we got some frogs, some faces, another little self-portrait in red ink. Here I was doing a Darth Maul watercolor at the time, so I was drawing to decide what pose I wanted him in. Here's another self-portrait. This one's good because of the contrast, I think. I have like a heavy light source. We got another one the next day in red ink. I think this was red, but I think both of these are marker. And here I was deciding if I wanted to make Darth Maul a zombie or not. So I drew that stuff, but I think I decided to go with regular Darth Maul. So here we got my favorite character from Star Wars, Bosk. This one came out a little wacky, but this one came out good. And here's a new character I came up. This is the first time I drew him, I think. The star guy. I mean, he's not very, like, it's nothing crazy. He's just like a star with little eyes, but so I guess like that's what makes him cool. We got a little self-portrait. The eyes, I always get the eyes messed up. Like you can draw good lips and a good nose, but if the eyes are weird, then it just like messes up the illusion of like a realistic drawing. Here's probably my favorite page of the sketchbook. I started drawing a lot of these M14 Sherman tanks. I think this was I watched the movie Fury with Brad Pitt in it, and I just got like hyped to draw them or whatever. Some Ninja Turtles. We got a whole page. Got some Darth Vader. His eye came out a little big here, but I like the way his helmet came out. This guy's a little more stylized, but he looks cool. Don't want to show that yet. Here's a little ballpoint drawing. There's not a lot of shading here, but it looks good. Like there's minimal shading, but it's like the important parts, you know. Another self-portrait. Here's some helicopter action. Man, you got some Powerpuff Girl stuff. Here's probably the best drawing in the sketchbook in my opinion. Like this Baby Yoda I did. Did him in with the pilot parallel. So Darth Maul, I think this is the pose I ended up going with for the painting. The painting's right here actually. Did it in water. I think that's the same pose, right? Yeah. So I ended up going with like a blue robe. I think he just has like a black one in the reference I used. And I tried to do like I was thinking of how to do like the lightsaber. This one came out really good, but I had this is like my second lightsaber. I wish I would have done the same for this one, but whatever. Alright, so we got clones. I don't know, I was doing a lot of Mojo Jojo on this one. My current sketchbook has like a painting of him on like one of the covers. Clones, I really like the clones from Star Wars. Here I started doing like this thing where I put eyes, like drawn eyes on people's faces. Here, I think for the whole page I used this pen, the Micron Graphic 2. It's got like a little messed up nib, which it works good for this because, I mean, if you look closely, you can see that it looks like it's a couple lines for the eyes, but it's actually just one stroke because like the nib was worn out, but it worked out well. I mean, I made this guy. I haven't really drawn him too much after this little thing here I did with him. Here's another animal skeleton. Here's like a boar, or I think it's a pig, yeah. I did like the outline. Nothing much to see here, just some poses and some faces. Started doing this whenever I would mess up an eye, I would just draw more. I don't know, I just think it looks cool. Mike Wazowski from Monsters University. I think he looks good there. I like the way he came out. Darth Vader drawing. And here's the same thing I was talking about with the worn out marker. Like it makes a bunch of lines with one stroke, even though it has like a broad nib. And if you guys are wondering what these numbers are, it's just a date. That was April 22nd, 2020. We got some little turtle action, like baby. I think these are baby tortoises, yeah. And a little tank. Here I was trying to do this watercolor that didn't really have that much penciling behind it. It didn't really turn out that good, so I drew over. We got Mike Wazowski. He looks like some kind of little goblin here. And here he's like a dad or something with a mustache. Here's another comic. I think this is the last comic in this sketchbook. It's just this guy, he's walking towards him, and this guy's like, dude, he's getting closer, and then the box guy just like punts him. I don't know. That's all there is to it, I guess. Cobra Commander, Snake Eyes, some like watercolor. Here, just like some sketches of Punisher and Snake Eyes and Spider-Man. Here I tried to do like a mix of Waluigi and SpongeBob. That's why the guy's wearing gloves and stuff. He's got a rose. There's a page full of Solid Snake. I don't know why I decided to draw him. Some more clone action. We got me, but really edgy with eyeliner. I don't know why I came out like that. Here, this guy's saying like, bro, it's the perfect fit. And then the next page, a hat like grew legs, he's running off. I don't know why. Here I was doing like a Corrin painting from Star Wars. Some Star Wars nerd shit. Like he's like a species type. Here's a painting actually. I have it up here. I finished it recently. This got messed up a little bit here. I think I can take that out, like putting tape here and just putting a bunch of water. I don't know. It came out fine. I don't know. It took me a while to finish it though. Like the star guy again. Here's like a kangaroo skeleton, which I did in only watercolor. It came out cool, but I don't know why I drew over it. Here I wanted to do like a drawing, like a little comic of Han Solo and Greedo doing like a Wild West like gunslinging showdown, but I just didn't. I lost interest pretty quickly. Once it took forever because I used that manga nib I showed you earlier. So you have to go in like a different marker, like a different tool to do the blacks. Here's a Skeletor watercolor, another Corrin, little tank. Here I drew this character. One of the hardest things for me as of recent was drawing characters the same, like the same likeness over and over. So the picture came out like similar in all of them. Pilot parallel work. Here's what I'm saying about like pilot parallel being really high maintenance. Like it just gets all fuzzy sometimes, and it might not seem like a big deal there, but like what if that happened like in one of the thinner areas, you know? Here's this girl looks a lot like the drawing looks a lot like the reference. That it came out really good. Some frogs up there. I think this guy looks cool. I don't know why I started drawing a bunch of frogs. We got 3 eyes. Here's just like some Call of Duty characters. some Godzilla monsters, Anguirus, Rodan, and one of the Ghidorah heads. And like T-Rex Skullgirl is my friend playing guitar. This page, not much to see here. I mean, just some poses. This guy I copied from an artist I like on Instagram. That's it, pretty much. Not much to see here. Here's the filling thing again. This guy doesn't really talk. He's never said anything. I guess it's like lore between these characters. Like, not really. These characters usually like play different parts, and like comics on it don't have any characters to put in. They're saying, holy shit, it's Bamboo Guy, and he's huge. Here are a bunch of faces I drew like with no reference, but they all kind of look the same and like they're in the same angle. There's like this character I've drawn. He looks like Markiplier there. I don't know how I made him look like that by accident. Little sticker my friend made. That was the same girl that made the First Order Sub Trooper. I was gonna make a comic here about this little duck like walking towards them, but I guess I didn't feel like doing the last one, or I just didn't know what to put. Here, I guess like this Indian deity looked like Yoshi, so I drew Yoshi there. We got Luffy. We got the guy from Dark Souls. He always says like praise his son, that guy. I don't know what his name is. That's it. We got the last page of the sketchbook. There's a sticker I made. And here's Bamboo Guy. He's saying, great sketcher, call me the best yet. And then everyone's like, he talk. I guess it's like this is his first time talking. So yeah, that's the end of the sketchbook tour, I guess. Right now I'm working on a sketchbook, which I'm almost done with. It should be done within the next 2 weeks. So if you guys want to do a tour of that sketchbook, but yeah, my Instagram's Antwan Draws. I'll put it in the description. I post there pretty much every day on my story. So yeah, that's it. Just if you guys want, comment. If you guys have any like specific videos you guys would want to see. I do like watercolor, ink stuff, and then I also do pixel art on the computer. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.